I'm sorry. And I represent myself. My name is Harold Dobbs. I represent myself.
All right, Mr. Dobbs, you have 3 minutes.
Okay, thank you. In the first place, real quick, if 48 hours is not enough, why is 24 hours enough? Going to be any better? Okay. You said, well, 48 hours is not enough. It's better than 24. Now I want to go to a story for myself. I hate to say this, but my wife is going to be really embarrassed that I'm going to tell you this. But back when I was a young captain in the Air Force, I was dating around and I got a lady pregnant. And she called me up and says, Harold, I'm pregnant. And I said, well, you got 2 choices. You got a choice. You can either have the baby and I will support that baby until it's 18 or out of college. I'll make it financial support for that baby, or you can have an abortion. It's up to you. And I'll pay for the abortion. She had the abortion. I don't know how she is today. Being the jerk that I was back then, I ain't even have anything to do with her anymore. That's a pretty sad comment, but this is true. Now, I was sitting on a telephone in a simulator building when she told me this, and and this is shortly after Roe versus Wade, I believe it was 73, maybe 74. And all I heard was this was a blob. That's all I ever heard. It's a blob. It's not a real life yet. Not yet. It's not life. That's wrong. Science has proven that. You take a look at these little. My wife is big in the pro-life movement. She goes down to the abortion clinics and she shows these little babies. 10 weeks, 12 weeks, 14 weeks. I don't know if anybody's got them in. They make an impact on these ladies that are coming in. I'll tell you. Had I had 48 hours and I'd had those little babies, even back then when I was not much of a churchgoer, I said I believed in God, but I don't know whether I did or not. I do now. But I think even back then, as not a churchgoer, if I'd seen those babies, there's no way that woman would have had that abortion. Now, I don't have any children. I married a lady with 4 daughters.
Yeah.
I don't have any children. I'm the last of the Dobbs line. There is not going to be any more Dobbses in my line anyway. That may be good. That may be bad. I don't know. But it's one thing for sure, it ain't going to happen.
30 seconds.
And as a 70-year-old, I would like to have had that child. And thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your comment. Senator Beasley, you're recognized. Sir, Senator Beasley has a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Why did you give her a choice?
What? No, he's a good
Well, I just felt it my duty. I didn't want to marry her.
What was
Senator.
your duty? You single or married?
I gave her the choice because if she wanted to have that baby, I told her that I would support that baby. If she didn't want to have that baby, I would support that choice also. I wasn't thinking about whether this was a life or not a life. I knew it was going to be a life when she had that baby, and I didn't know what was, you had a life at conception, or I figured you would at heartbeat. I don't know how long she was pregnant. I don't know if she was pregnant for 4 weeks. The ladies would know. You can't get a test, I don't believe, until 8 weeks or something like that. That's too late. But I didn't know that. All I was the propaganda that the pro-choice people, or pro-abortion people back then were putting out. So you asked me why I did it. I think because in one point maybe I was an honorable person. I wasn't going to marry her. I knew that wasn't going to work. So I knew if she wanted to have that baby, that I had to do my part other than marry her. Today, that wouldn't be the truth. I would have married her today. But I'm 50 years older now, or 45 years older now. So, and in a different place in my spiritual journey. So, but back then, no. You asked me why. I guess part of it was the honorable thing to do if she wanted to have the baby, and I guess you would say it was a dishonorable thing now. Back then, I didn't think it was.
Was that a long-term relationship or one-nighter?
6 weeks.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Chairman,
Senator Busman?
could I make just one comment? I've got to go up and introduce the Lieutenant Governor to a group of people here in just a second, but I would like to express my appreciation to Hunter. I've got 2 adopted kids, and I hope when my kids are your age, they understand that you're the birth mother, loved them as much as they did to let me raise them, and I appreciate you very much.
All right, with that, we have finished the, yes, sir, you have a comment?
Just one brief comment and one question.
You can stand where you are, sir, and make a comment. We're going to have to move
I
ahead.
would just like to make the comment that the pro-choice mantra for many years has been to keep abortion safe, legal, and rare.
That's right.
That goes up to and including the President of the United States, the most pro-choice advocate in America. The question is, would any of these or all of these bills together make abortion illegal in Alabama?
All right, sir. Thank you for your comment.
Can you answer the question, sir?
Mr. Chairman, and I don't want to call the spokesperson, but as we talked about earlier, the Senate Judiciary Committee accommodated everybody here by moving to 1:30.
Yes, sir.
We're at 1:35, so just as soon as we can, I'd like to move on if we can. I apologize, Mr. Chairman.
We're going to recognize Representative Henry, but sir, the answer to your question would be, I think the answer with Roe v. Wade is a clear answer. It's not debatable. Abortion is legal in the United States. Would you agree?
These bills would not make it illegal in Alabama, right?
No, sir, it would not.
490 would, but then.
490
Representative
would.
Henry, you're on the fast track, my friend. We've tried to do our diligence in allowing folks to communicate, so you have the floor to give us any last minute details on your
Fantastic job.
your
Thank you,
bill.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes,
for
sir.
the recognition I bring to you today, House Bill 489, which is by most standards a pretty simple bill. It moves the waiting period between when a woman receives information about the negative effects or outcomes that could be associated with abortion from 24 hours, which they currently are right now, to 48 hours. And with that, Mr. Chairman, I'll entertain any questions.
All right, are there any other questions from members of the committee related to the legislation? If not, I'll ask the clerk to call the roll on House Bill 489.
You got a motion?
I'm sorry.
I'll make a motion to approve.
We have a motion to approve it. We have a second by Senator Dial. Now we'll call the roll.
Senator Busman. Senator Beasley. Senator Blackwell. Senator Coleman. Senator Dial. Senator Fielding.
Aye.
Senator Smith. Senator Ward. Senator Wagner. Senator Watley. Senator Marsh. Senator Reed. 7 yeas, 1 nay.
Representative Henry, your bill receives a favorable report. Thank you for being with us today, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here, for your comments. The meeting is